Now, animals also have seichel. Would that be a fact? Anyone who has a pet knows that animals have seichel, and even if you don't have a pet, you probably you're aware of the fact that there are many animals that have seichel, and different animals have different levels of seichel. You have what they say, higher life forms and primates. They can what they're capable of doing with their seichel is pretty amazing. So, what does it mean that a human being has seichel? How does that make a human being unique? An animal has seichel, but it isn't controlled by its seichel. It's controlled by its instincts, it's controlled by its impulses, it's controlled by its nature. And its seichel is there only for it to satisfy and to accomplish and to achieve that which it desires and its instincts and its impulses.
And it's limited also.
But its seichel can never override. Yeah, it's limited, but that's not the point over here. Again, and human beings also, some people are smarter, some people are less smart. Maybe the highest level primate is smarter than the lowest level human being. That's not the point. The point isn't how smart. The point is the point is the role that the intelligence plays. Not how intelligent, but the role the intelligence plays.
Serves the instinct.
Sorry, what?
Serving the instinct.
Right. So by the animal, the intelligence, on the very top of everything, there's a reason why, but the human being, the head is on top. The head symbolizes seichel. And the midas, which is in the heart, is below it, because that's the moyach shata lev. The mind rules over and controls the heart. But by the animal, it's on the same plane. If anything, the head is always looking down. The head is always down a little, and that's because by the animal, again, the seichel is not there in any way to override its impulses. It's impossible. So an animal, that's the teva of the animal is to be an achzari. The teva of an animal is to be cruel. There's nothing you can do about it. As opposed to a human being can't come to court and after having done a crime can't say, what do you want from me? My teva is to be an achzari. My teva is to be cruel. Okay, so that's your nature. So you can override what? You can override it. You have seichel. And the same is the truth the other way around also. That an animal which has a teva, which is a rachman, for example, Chassidus is brought on a nesher, that an eagle has a teva of rachmanis. I'm not so familiar with eagles, but there are others. They say dolphins are very friendly and they help human beings, right? Or a dog is man's best friend, but it really doesn't get credit for it. It didn't choose to do this. It didn't have a choice. That's just its nature. It couldn't have done otherwise, other than the nature which it's trapped into. The human being seichel, which seichel is the definition of seichel is that it is abstract and objective, as opposed to midas, which are subjective. Seichel, which is objective, a person can understand something which goes against his nature. And that seichel can then control and overcome. So that's why he says over here that a medaber hu bal seichel, and what's the next thing he says is a bechira and has choice. An animal doesn't have choice. Why doesn't it have choice? Because bechira is associated with seichel. If you're controlled by seichel, then you have free choice. You have the ability to override your nature and your impulses. But because an animal, even though it has seichel, but the seichel by it isn't primary, so therefore it doesn't have the capacity of bechira. So therefore, what distinguishes the human being is the mind, is the seichel. But again, not how intelligent the person is, but the function of the intelligence. In fact, interestingly, you can argue that what makes a human being human is not that it does more than the animal, but that it does less than the animal.
What do you mean by that?
Not that it has greater abilities and greater capacities, which is true, but that's not a qualitative difference. But the fact that the human being can choose to not do that which its nature tells it to do, can choose to override its impulses, delay a delayed reaction, or to delay gratification, or all these things. The animal, it has to do that which is its nature. The human being can say, I'm not doing. So what makes the human being special is his ability not to do. Not what? But primarily you might want to say What makes you human is not what you do, but what you don't do. Interesting way of putting it.